Alrighty then, Mr. Old Gatekeeper here out here around the northeast end of the beautiful state of Georgia. We have a very cool gentleman, Mr. D.R. Pepper, Dr. Pepper. Lives up there around the northeast end state of somewhere up there up north. I can't remember where he lives. But anyway, he wanted to take advantage of my little experiment slash service that I offer of people trading in their used Toshibas. They can trade in 2290s or 2879s. Or I mean, heck, they can even trade in 1446. Any used transistor we use normally. But you know, it primarily focuses on the 2879s. They can trade in their used parts for new parts. Now, how cool is that, y'all? It's hardly any way to even say anything negative about that, man. Even if there's some haters out there, what can they say negative about trading in used parts for new parts? I'm just trying to create another flow of parts that may be hard for people to acquire, to have a place where they can come and acquire them. All right. So here's the rules. Here's the rules. If they're 16, yeah, babe.
Your mama left us money, so we're gonna stop and get something to eat on the way. I'm hungry.
Sounds grand to me.
I woke up hungry.
If there's a 16 and up HFE, they get two XHGs, two brand new HGs. If there's a 16 or down, or I guess you can say 15 and down, 15 and down, HFE, they get one HG. All right. That's basically the way it is. Now there may be there may be a weird case where you got something like this. Like, take a look at this. You can barely even tell what it is, but I can see that it is a 2879. You can just tell this bad boy has either gotten so hot that this has happened, or somebody took acetone to it. But there's no way of knowing. You know, there's absolutely no way of knowing. So what do we do about a part like this, even if it has a super high HFE? Well, if it's got a super high HFE, it should be good to go. But if we got a low HFE and we got physical damage like this, like what if I got a part that comes through here and almost all the emitters gone? Something like that. Well, I'll have to figure that out and just kind of there. Basically, what I'm saying, there may be a possible case where worst case scenario that it'll be two Toshibas for one HG. But that's a worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. And those type of transistors probably will not be resold. They'll probably just be used for some of my personal use. Or if they are resold, you know, it'll be a person that just doesn't care. They completely understand. They don't care. They just want to get a repair done or something. All right, so we're going to create this box right here for the ones that make it, for the 2X trade. All right, we'll create this box right here for the ones that don't. For Mr. Dr. Pepper. Any of y'all know old Dr. Pepper? I'm sure some of y'all do. I'm sure a lot of people know Dr. Pepper. A lot of people. Dr. Pepper's a pretty popular fella out there. Pretty popular fella. Pretty handy with his hands and cool dude, man. It's a cool dude. I really like Dr. Pepper. Let's get started, y'all. Another thing I want to do too is y'all going to have to. I've got a customer that has basically ordered a decent amount of used Toshibas, and he's wanting the HFE written on the bottom. So just to save myself some time, I'm going to write it down on the bottom on every time. So you'll see me putting the phone down to do that. I'm not using all my extra cameras right now because I got to hurry up and get this done. We had a death in the family, and we're trying to hurry up and do this so we can go to the funeral and everything. So, all right, here's the first one. We got a red dot. The only thing I haven't done is physically looked and seen if these are all good to go, making sure there's no fake Toshibas. I just thought about that. I won't go through the whole checklist. I did that in another video, but there's a checklist I go through. So let me press pause. Let me check each one individually. I'll be back. All right, I'm glad I did that. Looks like we found ourselves one fake one, and guess which one it is? Yep. Let me see if I can zoom this in so everybody can see it. I need to clean it. See that notch on the bottom insulator? Now I'm going to go clean it up just to make sure. I mean, that's where the notch is on all the fake ones, but just to make sure that ain't just where somebody's. Ooh wee. There's two of them. What the heck? You know what? This may not be a fake one. This just may be where somebody's. If you look at I need to clean this up and see. Actually, I think I'm going to do that before I even start this. But if you look, it looks like somebody may have done this with a Dremel or something. I don't know why they would have done this. That is dangerous too, man, with all that beryllium oxide. I'm going to go, give me a second. I'm going to go get me some acetone and clean that up so I can get a better look. All right. I got it all cleaned up so we can take a better look at it here. All right. Yeah, that is a fake one. It's a perfect notch. Let's go over here and look where the other ones. I mean, I'll admit, this is the first time I ever seen this fake Toshibas with two notches, and one is bigger. Because if somebody did that with a Dremel or something like that, you would think that the heat sink right here. Let me look at this. Oh, I'm going to put the phone down. I'm going to look at it compared to the actual heat sink. Now, the heat sink is about the same thickness. It's about the same thickness. It's just a different color. That is wild. Yeah, we'll test on the HFE just for fun. Usually, if it's a fake one like this, the HFE is going to be very small, very low. All right, let's get started. First one, Mr. Dr. Pepper. Got a 39. Another thing, y'all, we got to make sure there's no leakage. If there's leakage, it can't be traded. Well, Mr. Dr. Pepper, you done gained yourself two brand spanking new HG 2879s. Just for that one old little used part right there. All right, next one. Shout out to Mr. Tech9 over at Tech9 Technologies for making this jig for me. Christmas before last. That means it's not making a good connection. This is really made for testing new transistors because all the leads will be flat enough and make a good connection. Sometimes when you're doing used ones like this, I just had to press down a little more. So far, it's been good. See, we got lucky. All right, 19. No leakage. Got you another one. So I haven't went through all these and cleaned them either, like cleaned all the leads. So that's something else I do. Definitely if I got enough time. I like to clean them up, make them look good. There's another one. I also like getting all the excess solder. And this one right here ain't gonna probably test since that lead's bent. Yeah, I didn't think so. Give me 1 second, y'all. Need to bend this base lead down. What I'll do is I'll heat the leads up just real quick and basically sit there and just like that right there, just fling the solder on that, and that's like the best way I found to do it. I'll hold it by the heat sink right here with some needle nose pliers and just throw it, and that'll get all the loose solder off each lead, and then I'll allow you to bend them straight again. You learn little tricks when you're working with used components. It still ain't making a good connection. Let me press down a little harder. I don't want to press down too hard. All right, there we go. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I'm supposed to be writing down. God dang it. All right, 18. You know, I'm in such press for time. I'll just have to test them later and write down. I'm just pressed for time right now. There's another 47. I think we had another one a while ago that was 47. All right. So far, you're looking good over here, man. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 HGs. 22. Zero leakage. I've been pretty lucky too. I haven't found anybody so far since I've been offering this send me any Toshibas with leakage current. Sometimes they'll get damaged and they'll leak. That didn't have leakage current either. Good deal. Looking good, Mr. Dr. Pepper. Big DR Pepper. 55. Looking good, man. I'm pretty sure, knowing him and his expertise, he's already checked these before he sent them to me, so he probably already knows what. That's why I'm wondering about that fake one over there. So far, so good, man. Alrighty. 4 more. Technically, 3 more. Let me press down harder. Got some decent a decent number of HFEs on a lot of these. Whoever was running them amps, they wasn't driving the piss out of them. 21. All right. One more before we check the fake one. Now, if that fake one shows me a high HFE, that's going to throw me for a loop. But it's got the indentions in the bottom of them. It is what it is. I'll show y'all here in a minute a brand new fake one. All right, my friend. Let's put this fake one in here and see what it tells us. You gotta be kidding me. 23. I'm surprised to see that. Zero leakage too. Here you go. You see how it's giving us an R shunt, 791 ohms. It's giving us a shunt instead of a diode. Look at this. See, that's another indication of a transistor. And plus, when I push this down just then, the leads are very flimsy. They're very flimsy. They're not real hard. Just to remind y'all, this is what a real Toshiba will show you. It'll show you a diode protection at the end. See, with protection diode. It won't say that resistor. So that is a fake one. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't trade anything for that. Oh, let me look over here. I got a fake Toshiba over here. It's brand new. Let me see where it's at. I'll put the phone down 1 minute. Hold on. Where is it? I could have swore I had it just sitting over here so I could show somebody. Well, looks like it's done grown legs and flapped this little fake wing and flew off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm starting to study these fake components. Everything in here is fake. This is a fake 1446, fake 455. I'm starting to kind of study them. I'm going to be doing a video on them soon. Dang, man. I know me. I got them in a bag somewhere. Oh well, I ain't got time. All right, bud. So here's what we're looking like here. So I need to hurry up because his transistor is shipping out this morning. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Dang. 22, 24, 26. Goodness gracious, Dr. Pepper. Coming up on Gatekeeper, ain't you? Son. This guy has just gained himself 26 brand new HG 2879s for trading in used parts. I ain't gonna lie, when this happens right here, part of me is like, that's tough. But another part, man, is I'm gonna be able to help people out get these sold, and I still make I still make profit. We're just gonna keep things real. I still get to make some profit, and it ain't enough profit to where this is something I'm trying to do hardcore. If I was selling them for $75 or something like that, yeah, I mean it would be a little bit more worth it. But I just wanted to create another. I just noticed there was a need. I know we're not. The majority of us aren't using these anymore, but we still got parts out there, amps out there. Like you got a 8 pill or something, you only got one blown pill. Well, there's no need to replace all 8 with new transistors when you can just get one of these and replace it. You save yourself money, you know, save yourself money. So if anybody's interested in buying uh, these right here, they're on a scale from 50 to $60. So basically, the lower scale, like the 16, 18, 19, 20 or so, those are going to be the $50 ones. The mid scale in the 20s, 30s or so, those are going to be the 55s, and then the higher scales, like which I don't usually get much of them, but the highest HFE, we're talking about 50, 60, 70. Those are going to be. I need to sit down and actually write an exact thing, but those are going to be the 60. And so far, I've only had a few. But anyway, I'm blabbing. Let me get on because I got to get these packaged up and all that good stuff. These transistors that Mr. Dr. Pepper just got from me. All right, let me get on out here, y'all. If you need anything, just give me a shout through text 678-557-4846. Text me. If I don't get back to you right away, just be patient. If you don't hear back from me like in a good amount of time, text me again because there's a lot of times I can go 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours to where I don't even look at my phone because I'm just so zoned in working on the bench and stuff like that. When you text again, it'll get you sent back up to the top. So it really helps me, and we'll work out whatever you're looking for. We got metal clads all matched. That means this bag right here, every metal clad in this bag is to the exact picofarad. So you can take this bad boy right here and build you a big old amplifier with a peace of mind knowing that all these capacitors are matched to 0%, the exact capacitance. If you need transistors, hit me up. We're fully stocked, except with 2879Cs. Those are coming in. If there's ever a time that you hit me up and I don't have a transistor in, guess what? You get an automatic discount for waiting. I'm going to start putting that right there on myself to push me to do what I got to do to put more investment capital in this so that I have so many transistors that there's never a time I'm out. I'm trying to do stuff that I do to myself, punish myself to motivate myself to push forward in the right areas. Old Gatekeeper out here around the northeast end of Georgia. God bless. 73.